My name is Celeste Navarro, and 6 months ago my wedding aired on national television. 200 guests, Cathedral venue, celebrity officiant. The broadcast reached 3 million viewers. It was beautiful and overwhelming, and everything I never knew I wanted. Somewhere in those 3 million viewers was my ex-boyfriend watching the woman he called unlovable marry someone extraordinary. He texted me the next day, just one line. "You look happy." I didn't respond. 4 years earlier, he told me I would never find someone better than him. He was right in a way. I found someone incomparably better. So much better that the comparison itself became meaningless. We dated for 3 years. His name was Ryan. We met in our late 20s when I was still figuring out who I was. He seemed confident and established. I was drawn to that certainty. He worked in finance and made good money. I worked in nonprofit communications and made modest money. The income gap never bothered me. It bothered him eventually. He started making comments about my career choices. Why was I wasting my degree on nonprofits? I could make real money in corporate communications. I explained I found the work meaningful. He said meaning didn't pay for vacations or nice apartments. The criticism felt like concern initially. Eventually, I recognized it as contempt. The relationship deteriorated slowly. He compared me to his colleagues' girlfriends, women with impressive jobs and expensive tastes. He suggested I dress differently, network better, be more ambitious. I tried explaining I was ambitious, just about different things. Impact over income, purpose over prestige. He said that was naive. The world respected money and power. Everything else was self-delusion. I started feeling inadequate, like I was failing some test I didn't understand. His disappointment became constant background noise. The breakup happened after a particularly cruel fight. We were at dinner with his work friends. Their partners were lawyers and consultants, polished and impressive. I talked about a campaign I was proud of, helping a youth literacy program gain funding. Ryan's colleague said that was nice. Ryan said it was cute that I was so passionate about charity work. Cute? Like I was a child with a hobby. His friends laughed. I excused myself and waited outside. Ryan found me 20 minutes later. Said I embarrassed him by leaving. I said he embarrassed me by diminishing my work. He said I was too sensitive. Then he said something I would never forget. He said I should be grateful he stayed with me. Other men wouldn't tolerate my lack of ambition. I wasn't pretty enough or successful enough to be this difficult. If I wanted better treatment, I should become someone worth treating better. Otherwise, I would never find someone better than him. I stood there absorbing those words, each one a small violence. Then I told him we were done. He seemed shocked. He said I was proving his point, being unreasonable. I walked away and never looked back. But his words echoed for months. Maybe he was right, maybe I wasn't enough. Healing took time. I threw myself into work, led a national campaign that won awards, got promoted to director of communications. My career flourished when I stopped defending it to someone who couldn't see its value. I traveled, reconnected with friends, went to therapy, and unpacked the damage of being told you're fundamentally inadequate. Slowly, I remembered who I was before Ryan's assessments became my internal voice. I was competent, passionate, kind, worthy of love without conditions. That realization felt like waking up. 2 years after the breakup, I met James at a fundraising gala. He directed a documentary film company that focused on social impact stories. We talked for 3 hours about the intersection of media and social change. He was brilliant and curious and genuinely interested in my work. He asked questions that showed he understood why the work mattered. No condescension, no subtle dismissals, just authentic engagement. We exchanged numbers, he called the next day. We had coffee, then dinner. Then suddenly 6 months had passed and I was in love in a way I didn't know existed. James valued everything Ryan dismissed, my passion for nonprofit work, my commitment to purpose over profit. He said those qualities made me interesting and attractive. He introduced me to his family as someone he admired, not just someone he dated, someone he respected. The difference was everything. I had thought love required constant improvement, meeting impossible standards, earning affection through achievement. James taught me love was supposed to feel easy, supportive, collaborative. We built something together instead of me trying to fit into his life. A year into our relationship, James got an opportunity that changed everything. A streaming network wanted to develop a reality series following social impact leaders, people building businesses and organizations that created positive change. They wanted to follow 6 individuals over 2 years.
Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Turn on bell notification to stay updated for more revenge stories.
Document their work and personal lives. Show that doing good and doing well weren't mutually exclusive. They approached me because of my nonprofit's national profile. I was hesitant. Reality television felt intrusive, but the platform could help our cause significantly. I agreed to participate. Have you ever taken an opportunity that scared you and changed everything? Share your story in the comments. Filming was strange initially. Cameras following me to meetings and events, documenting campaign strategy sessions. But the crew was respectful and the story they told was honest. They showed the real work, the challenges and victories, my role leading a team, the impact we created. The series aired and the response was overwhelming. People connected with the mission. Donations increased. My personal profile grew unexpectedly. I was invited to speak at conferences, featured in media, asked to join boards. The visibility was uncomfortable but useful for advancing the work. James proposed during filming. The cameras weren't there. He planned a private moment, just us on a quiet beach at sunset. Simple and perfect. I said yes immediately. When we told the producers, they asked if we would consider filming the wedding for a finale special. Document this relationship that developed during the series. Show that purpose-driven people could have beautiful personal lives too. It felt vulnerable, but we had shared so much already. We agreed with one condition: creative control over how our story was told. They accepted. Planning the wedding became a collaboration between our vision and the network's production. We wanted something meaningful but not performative. They wanted something visually beautiful and emotionally compelling. We compromised. Cathedral venue, because we both loved the architecture. 200 guests of friends and family. An officiant who was a respected civil rights leader, James had documented. Personal vows we wrote ourselves. The network handled production. We handled content. The result was something authentic that happened to be filmed professionally. The wedding day itself felt surreal. Getting ready with cameras present, walking down the aisle to music with boom mics overhead. But when I saw James waiting at the altar, everything else disappeared. We said our vows, promised to support each other's dreams, and build a life centered on purpose. We kissed. Everyone applauded. The cameras captured it all. In that moment, I remembered Ryan's words. You'll never find someone better. He was measuring better by wealth and status. I found better measured by respect and partnership. The comparison was absurd, like comparing sunlight to currency. The wedding special aired 3 months later, 2-hour finale event. The network promoted it heavily. Social impact leader marries documentary filmmaker. Love story develops across 2 seasons. Media coverage was extensive. 3 million people watched the broadcast. My phone exploded with messages. Friends, former colleagues, extended family, people I hadn't spoken to in years. Everyone congratulating us, saying we looked happy, saying the ceremony was beautiful. Somewhere in that flood of messages was Ryan's text. You look happy, 3 words. No congratulations. No well wishes. Just observation. I showed James the text. He asked if I wanted to respond. I said no. Ryan's opinion stopped mattering years ago. He had his chance to build something with me. He chose criticism over support, diminishment over encouragement. He told me I wasn't enough. Then I became more than enough for someone who actually mattered. That transformation had nothing to do with Ryan. He was just a person who couldn't see my value. The problem was his vision, not my worth. The attention from the wedding special brought unexpected opportunities. Speaking invitations increased. Organizations wanted me on leadership panels. My nonprofit's visibility reached new heights. James and I were approached about developing our own series following purpose-driven couples. We declined. We had shared enough. Some moments deserved privacy. But the platform served its purpose. We raised millions for causes we cared about, built credibility for impact work, showed that you could live with purpose and joy simultaneously. Life after the wedding settled into beautiful normalcy. James and I bought a house, adopted a dog, built routines around work and rest. The national television moment faded into memory. What remained was the relationship, partnership built on mutual respect and shared values. Every day with James reinforced that Ryan's assessment was projection. He couldn't value what I offered because he valued the wrong things. Status, image, conventional success. I offered substance, purpose, authentic connection. James recognized the value immediately. That recognition made all the difference. Sometimes I think about Ryan watching the wedding, seeing me in a custom gown walking down a cathedral aisle, hearing me exchange vows with someone he would probably consider less impressive than him financially. James doesn't work in finance, doesn't make corporate money. He makes documentaries that matter and lives with intention. Ryan would dismiss that as naive. He would be wrong. Naivety is thinking money and status equal worth. Wisdom is understanding that meaning and connection matter more. James understood that instantly. Ryan never would. The best revenge isn't making an ex jealous. It's building a life so fulfilling that their absence becomes invisible. Ryan said I would never find someone better. He was measuring better by his limited metrics. I found better measured by depth, respect, and partnership. Found someone who celebrated my work instead of tolerating it, who supported my ambitions instead of diminishing them, who chose me without conditions or caveats. That relationship airing nationally wasn't revenge. It was just the documentation of something beautiful that happened after I stopped accepting less than I deserved. 3 million people watched me marry the love of my life. One of them was Ryan. His single text suggested he processed what it meant. I was happy, genuinely happy. Not to spite him, not to spite him. Just happy because I built a life with someone who saw my value clearly. That clarity made everything possible. The wedding, the work, the joy. Ryan's assessment was wrong. Not a little wrong, completely wrong. I didn't just find someone better. I found someone incomparably better, and I became someone incomparably better too. That transformation required leaving behind anyone who couldn't see my worth. Romantic revenge isn't bitterness, it's peace, confidence, new beginnings with someone who actually deserves you. That's the kind of revenge that actually heals. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel to watch more revenge and inspiring stories that will make you excited like this one. Where are you watching from? Drop your country in the comments and let us know what you think about this story.
Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Turn on bell notification to stay updated for more revenge stories.